Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day today. Happy Wednesday. I hope y'all are taking care of yourselves, drinking a lot of water, taking a walk, exercise, eating healthy today. I hope everyone having an amazing day today. So, in today's topic, we're just going to discuss about something called body positivity. And before I get into my opinion on it, just know that this is my opinion. Okay, nobody else's. My opinion. If everybody else have their own opinion on a certain topic and stuff like that. This is my opinion. So don't go on and be like, oh, she signed with this, oh, she signed with that. Like, no. That's not happening today. We're not gonna spread no hate. It's all about love and positivity. Positivity towards others, no hate towards others. And that's why I don't like bullying and hating on someone because of who they are. So we're not going to do that today. If you're one of those people, then you better get the heck out of this video. Especially if it don't have nothing to do with you. These goes for the people that struggling and understand the topic. Now that we all have that in order, so let's get into my opinion. So, body. Oh my god. Okay, so here we go. So, body positivity. In my opinion about body positivity is that um people should love their body in their own way. They shouldn't hate a person for being too skinny or being too fat, because a lot of people gotta understand that you never know what a person go through. People go through phases, just like people go through emotions. Like one day they be happy, the next day they be sad, the following day they be like, oh fuck you, and then the following day they just come right back and say, hey, I just went through a phase, I'm good now, I apologize, move ahead, I love you, and so on and so on. So with that, I would say that that's the same way when it comes to bodies. You know, bodies we fluctuate. Sometimes we lose weight, and then next thing you know, we gain weight. You gain 30 pounds. You lose what 5 pounds in 5 days or so. So it's why hate, especially on the overweight people. Yes, I understand. I get it. I understand. Yeah, we don't. I'm not supporting being over beast or anything like that. I'm supporting that you know love who you are. You know, I'll say at a certain point when your weight is 600, 700, or 800, that's when you need to that's when you need to okay, let me just tone down a bit. Let me lose 200, 100 pounds. You know, let me like what's my dream weight I want to be on, and then just set that goal. And then for the next couple of days, you work on it. You eat right, exercise, go on a treadmill, run, jog, and do whatever, such and such. That's how it should be. Not that, oh, you're fat, oh, nobody gonna love you and stuff like that. That's just some bullshit. And it's why hate? Why why do you think hate will be the answer? Why hate had to be the answer to everything? Oh, lose some weight, fatty, fat bitch, stuff like that. You really think hate is gonna fix it? No, it don't. People got it comes from here. Emotional. It comes from here. First, before you even do anything dramatically, I say therapy. Go to therapy is the first choice, the first choice to do before you even do anything with your body. Just go to therapy first. And then once you do like therapy sessions and stuff like that, then you work on your body and stuff like that. You know, it's okay if you're like 200. If you're under like 200, that's okay. But if you're like above like the overweight thing, then yeah, I would say like yes, you need to like work on yourself, tone it down. As a caring person, we'll say, not you can't be caring and then be disrespectful to the person at the same time. Like no, that's not gonna work. What the fuck is wrong with you? And stuff like that. Like for me, for instance, like I'm working on it. I'm having like trouble like losing. I lose some and then I gain some. But do I get hate from like people saying like oh da da da? Yes, I do. Yes, I get hate from a lot of people. Do that affect me in a certain way? Yes, it did. Do it now? Not really. Cause back then I was like really emotional and stuff like that, and I was thinking like, oh, me being skinny would make me feel better. But then I realized I was like, nah, how that's gonna make you feel better? Where you can't, you're not yourself emotionally. You're not yourself emotionally. You have to make sure your physical self is all right before you even like do anything dramatic to yourself. Just like just like with like plastic surgery and stuff like that. Do you think without the peer pressure of people, do you think people would really have that surgery, or they would stay the way they are? No, they wouldn't. And some people that say like, oh, yeah, I would still do it even if I wasn't peer pressure. I'm like, no, you're lying. Like you're honestly lying. God forbid. Like, just think of it like back then. Imagine they didn't say, "Oh, get boob surgery or get a bigger ass or whatever like that," without the person telling them. That's the person telling them to do it, and they wind up doing it anyway. See, if they wasn't like bully or anything like that, they would just stay the way they are. And if they did have like a big issue, they would like I would say working on a different way than just automatically getting surgery because to me, surgery is really not gonna like fix anything mentally in your mental state. You know, you're not gonna feel good. You're not gonna feel great. You're not gonna feel what's it name? I would say yeah, you probably will feel good for a little bit, but then like until someone else say like, oh, you need to fix something, and oh, you feel like, oh yeah, let me get a boob job, or an ass job, or let me fix my face. Where there was nothing wrong with your face in the beginning until someone said it. You know what I mean? So that's what I learned. So yeah, body positivity is about loving your own body in your own way, unique way. And if you need to work on it, work on it. Just don't work on it. Don't work on yourself just because someone else said, like, oh, you need to work on yourself or you need work done. Do it just for you. Even though, to be honest with you, the surgery, you really don't need it at the end of the day. And that's just my opinion. Again, my opinion. So that's what all I got to say for the day in this video. So um I just made this video for like people out there that like struggle, because I know everybody like struggle with their like body and the face and whatever that's going on in the world. I just feel like if there was more love, positivity in the world, that people won't have to like ruin their image and ruin their whole body and face now. Because it's like nowadays, it's like people are the same. You know, people are not like how they were. You're not like your own person. Because if you were your own person, then we wouldn't have this talk about it. And I've been hearing a lot of like people saying like, "Oh, this and that, this and that." And it's like, who cares? Like, who cares? It's your body, So again, unless you want to fix it for you, then do it. Don't fix yourself because of someone else too. Even your boyfriends, and girlfriends, if they tell you something's wrong with you, don't believe them. Don't believe them because they're just saying, because 9 times out of 10 they're probably just saying that to bring your self-esteem down, and also they probably like have someone on the side, and nine times out of 10 they do leave you for someone who has big breasts or big ass and shit like that, and then they realize like nothing's green on the other side. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that's all I wanted to say today. Let me know in the comments of what y'all think about body positivity, and yeah, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all take care of yourselves. Bye.